Okay, so we've tracked our main view page here in our element. Now let's take a look at how we can get this into Ranorex Studio. So I'll open up Studio, open up the elements connections solution we've created previously. And then I'll just open one of the recordings. There's already one open here, and select one of the items. Okay, here on in the bottom part of our main window in Ranorex Studio, we can also see our repository. So the repository is the location where all of our Ranorex paths are stored. So if you take a look at your file explorer for the Data Miner Cube library, you have the Data Miner Cube library repository. So basically it's this file that's displayed here, the contents of that Rx REP file. And we have already created some structure here. So first we have the form. Let's show this next to the tracking we have from SPY. Okay, I'll close the properties window to give us some more space here. Okay, so first thing is we have the form where we chose to use the WPF native and the process name attributes. Then we have the two main folders in here. So we have the cube header folder and a cube window folder. Both are using question mark wildcards to improve the performance, as I've showed you before. And then we have the workspace. So what are we using as identifiers? The workspace's grids, and then we have the list items. So that was, let's go up a bit here. So that was this one, the list item that is visible. So I'm basically telling Ranorex here, I don't care about these three other workspaces. I only care about the visible one. And then within that we have some more folders, the cart container, and then some. So the cart container is this one, no, this one right here. And then within that we have some more, some common attributes for the cart, and so on and so on. And so basically the entire existing repository is organized like this. So we have our cards, we have some stuff for the sidebar, some stuff for the alarm console, some that is related to the home page, then some for the login screen. And then further down in our repository we have stuff for context menus. Important thing to know is that for WPF processes, Ranorex does not see pop-ups or context menus as part of the main window, but as separate window. So you will start from a new /context window with process name is Data Miner Cube, and in there you have again your structure. Important to know in Ranorex repository is that we have these folders. So if I right click Data Miner Cube here, I go to add new item. I can choose between two types of folders. There's a rooted folder which has a yellow folder icon, and there's a simple folder which has a grayish folder icon. So the yellow folder icons, the rooted folders, these all have a path. And when Ranorex is searching for a certain item that's in a folder, for example here the Did You Know item on the news page, it's going to actually concatenate all of these. So it's going to start with the form, then it's going to add after that the cube window, and then the home page, and then the Did You Know. So I'm for a minute going to close the existing spy here, and from this repository browser I can click the Edit in Spy button, and if I close the element it should be able to find it. So we're looking for this Did You Know piece of text. Okay, it found it. Let's see what kind of performance we're looking at here, because it felt a bit slow to me. 3.3 seconds, so that's still acceptable. And as you can see here in the path, right now only the last part is editable. So right here in the grayish part I cannot edit, because this is copied over from one of the rooted folders that's on higher levels. So if I go all the way to the start here, you'll see we start with the form, cube window, and so it's basically concatenating all of the strings from each of the levels to create the full path for this Did You Know item. Okay, go back to the end, so I can edit only this. If I want to edit, for example, the home page part, I have to close this one off, select the home page here in the Ranorex repository, go to Edit and Spy, and then I can edit the last part of the path for the home page. So as you can see here, maybe let's open up the standalone spy once more. Okay, so if we put these two side by side, you'll see that a lot of it is already in the repository and you can reuse it. And it's also important that you try to keep the same structure. Next to the rooted folders, we also have some simple folders. You can see some of those here in the context menu. So the context menu is in fact used in many places, and we have many context menus, but they are all of them are identified with context menu with process name data miner cube. So to keep maintenance of this context menu more easy, we have added some folders in here with, for example, you can see copy select all visible columns as something that will are items that will be available on the context menu of an alarm in the alarm console. And we don't really have a specific structure for that. So let's take a look in Data Miner Cube. I'll try and track it. So to track an item from a context menu, I press and hold F12 to temporarily disable the tracking. Then I can right click and then I'll select one of the items, let's say clear alarm. Okay, so I can see here I have a menu item called clear alarm. And above that, it's just a stack panel, a grid, a border. So basically general structural items of WPF. So I don't really have anything of interest with like a specific automation ID to identify. So in this case, what I did in the repository was just create a simple folder. So in the right-click menu, add new item, and then choose simple folder or hit Ctrl D as a shortcut. Give it the name, so alarm in alarm console. And then I've added these specific menu items in this one.